Welcome back to the Forthright Realist channel. I day speak my mind and I go still speak more. Let us talk about why we as humans think and do things differently and why understanding that should help us respect boundaries. No one is perfect, we make mistakes, and we can never be the same. Understanding the differences in human identities is a crucial step in respecting boundaries. Every individual is unique, and their identity is shaped by a multitude of factors such as their gender, race, ethnicity, religion, culture, sexual orientation, and more. Each of these factors contributes to an individual's personal boundaries, which include physical, emotional, and intellectual boundaries. Respecting boundaries means acknowledging and accepting that each person has their own unique set of boundaries, which should be respected and honored. This means that we should avoid making assumptions about others based on their identity and instead seek to understand their perspectives and experiences. For example, someone's religious beliefs may dictate their dress code, and it is important to respect their choice of attire without making negative judgments about their character or values. Similarly, someone's gender identity may dictate their preferred pronouns, and it is important to respect their choice of pronouns to avoid causing offense or disrespect. Overall, understanding and respecting the differences in human identities is crucial for building meaningful and respectful relationships and creating a more inclusive and accepting society. Each of us is unique and has our own individual identity that is shaped by a variety of factors. These factors may include our thinking patterns, behavior, upbringing, and many other things. These differences make us who we are and contribute to the rich diversity that makes humanity so fascinating. Our thinking patterns and approaches to problem solving are shaped by our life experiences and personal preferences. Some people are more analytical and logical, while others are more intuitive and creative. Some individuals are more introspective, while others are more extroverted and social. These differences in thinking can lead to various perspectives and approaches to life, which can be both beneficial and challenging. The way we do things can also be very different from person to person. For example, some individuals prefer to work independently, while others thrive in collaborative environments. Some people are highly structured and organized, while others prefer a more flexible and spontaneous approach. These differences can lead to different working styles and preferences, which can be both complementary and challenging. Our upbringing also plays a significant role in shaping our identities. Our parents, caregivers, and other influential people in our lives teach us how to think, behave, and interact with others. This early conditioning can have a profound impact on our worldview and our beliefs about ourselves and others. For example, someone who was raised in a highly religious household may have different beliefs and values than someone who was raised in a secular environment. Our mentality is also shaped by various factors such as our culture, social status, and personal experiences. These factors can influence our beliefs, values, and attitudes toward others. For example, someone who grew up in poverty may have a different mentality and approach to life than someone who grew up in a privileged environment. It is important to acknowledge and celebrate the differences in our identities, as they contribute to the richness and diversity of our communities. Embracing our differences can help us better understand and appreciate others, leading to stronger and more meaningful relationships. However, it is also important to recognize that these differences can sometimes lead to misunderstandings, conflicts, and even discrimination. It is our responsibility to be aware of our own biases and to strive to treat others with empathy and respect. By recognizing and embracing the differences in our identities, we can create a more inclusive and accepting society. We can learn from each other's perspectives and experiences, and grow as individuals and as a community. Let us celebrate our differences and work towards a more peaceful and harmonious world. Living at peace with others requires us to understand and appreciate the fact that we are all different. We have different ways of thinking, different ways of doing things, and different perspectives on life. It is important to recognize and embrace these differences, rather than trying to force others to conform to our own ways of thinking and doing things. When we fail to understand and appreciate the differences between ourselves and others, we run the risk of pushing good friends away. We may find ourselves getting frustrated or upset with others because they don't do things the way we do, or because they don't think the way we do. This can lead to conflicts and strained relationships, and can ultimately result in feelings of isolation and loneliness. The key to living at peace with others is to accept that everyone has their own unique way of doing things. Instead of trying to control others or condemn their ways of thinking and doing things, we should seek to understand and appreciate their perspectives. We may not always agree with their choices, but we can still respect their right to make those choices. In some cases, it may be necessary to respectfully distance ourselves from others whose ways of thinking or doing things are destructive or harmful. We cannot control the choices that others make, but we can control our own choices and actions. If someone's behavior is causing harm to ourselves or others, it may be necessary to limit our interactions with that person in order to protect ourselves and others from further harm. Living at peace with others requires us to be patient, understanding, and respectful. It requires us to listen to others, empathize with their perspectives, and seek common ground whenever possible. By doing so, we can build stronger and more meaningful relationships, and create a more peaceful and harmonious world. Thank you for your time with us today. We truly appreciate it. Make sure you come back. See you.